Jennifer Aniston has long been the epitome of timeless elegance in Hollywood, a figure whose every public moment seems to blend effortless grace with an undercurrent of approachable warmth. From her breakout role on a certain iconic sitcom that redefined ensemble comedy to her evolution into a producer and philanthropist of note, Aniston has navigated fame with a poise that's both enviable and inspiring. Yet, for all her on-screen charisma, it's her off-screen life, particularly matters of the heart, that continues to fascinate. Enter Jim Curtis, the low-key creative whose entry into Aniston's orbit has sparked whispers of a romance that's as refreshing as it is grounded. Their recent decision to step out together at a high-profile event marks a pivotal shift, transforming private affection into a public statement of togetherness that's already setting pulses racing. The event in question was a glittering affair celebrating artistic innovation, the kind of gathering where industry titans mingle with emerging talents under the glow of chandeliers and the hum of ambitious conversations. Aniston arrived not as the solo star fans have grown accustomed to seeing, but arm in arm with Curtis, their presence radiating a quiet confidence that spoke volumes without uttering a word. She opted for a sleek, emerald green gown that hugged her figure with tailored precision, its subtle shimmer catching the light in a way that evoked old Hollywood glamour. Curtis, ever the picture of understated sophistication, complimented her in a crisp navy suit, its lines sharp yet relaxed, paired with a pocket square that hinted at a playful personal touch. Together, they moved through the crowd like a well-rehearsed duo, their interactions laced with the easy familiarity of partners who've weathered private storms to emerge stronger. Eyewitnesses couldn't help but note the subtle gestures that betrayed their deepening bond. Aniston's hand lightly resting on Curtis's arm as they navigated the red carpet, his gentle lean-in during pauses for photos, the shared smiles that lingered just a beat longer than professional courtesy demands. It was these nuances that elevated the evening from mere attendance to a milestone, signaling to the world that this wasn't a fleeting connection but something rooted in genuine compatibility. "They looked utterly in sync," one attendee remarked, capturing the sentiment that rippled through the room. For Aniston, who's often reflected on the challenges of finding authentic partnership amid the glare of celebrity, this outing felt like a deliberate choice to embrace vulnerability on her own terms. Delving into the backstory of how Aniston and Curtis came to be, their meeting reads like the opening chapter of a modern romance novel, one where serendipity meets shared values. Introduced through mutual friends in the creative underbelly of Los Angeles, where artists and innovators converge in hidden cafes and gallery openings, their initial spark ignited over discussions of storytelling's power. Curtis, a multifaceted talent with a background in writing and visual arts, brought a fresh perspective that resonated with Aniston's own passions. She's long been vocal about her love for narratives that explore human resilience, a theme that permeates her production choices and personal ethos alike. Jim has this incredible way of seeing the layers in people and stories, Aniston has hinted in past interviews, though she's remained characteristically private about specifics. What began as intellectual camaraderie, late-night debates over script drafts and conceptual sketches, blossomed into emotional intimacy, a slow build that allowed them to appreciate each other's strengths without the pressure of premature labels. Curtis, for his part, embodies a refreshing departure from the high-wattage figures Aniston has been linked to in the past. With a career that spans independent film contributions and collaborative projects that prioritize substance over spectacle, he offers a stability that's both grounding and inspiring. Friends describe him as the type who listens intently, who remembers the small details, like Aniston's favorite herbal tea blend or the charity causes closest to her heart, and weaves them into thoughtful gestures. Their relationship, from what insiders glean, thrives on this reciprocity. Aniston introducing Curtis to the rhythms of her philanthropic world, from animal welfare initiatives to women's empowerment programs, while he encourages her to explore more experimental creative outlets, perhaps even a return to the director's chair for a passion project. The evening's highlights extended beyond the entrance, unfolding in a series of intimate vignettes that showcased their chemistry. During a panel discussion on the future of entertainment, Aniston took the stage with her trademark wit, fielding questions on everything from aging gracefully in the industry to the importance of diverse voices behind the camera. Curtis, seated in the front row, watched with evident pride, his applause the most enthusiastic among the crowd. Later, at the cocktail reception, they circulated together, Aniston introducing him with warmth to old colleagues and new acquaintances alike. Conversations flowed effortlessly, touching on topics as varied as sustainable fashion, Aniston praising Curtis's eco-conscious approach to design, and the joys of low-pressure travel, a shared love that has seen them steal away to coastal retreats where the only agenda is sunrise walks and unhurried meals. What truly set this appearance apart was the absence of performative flair. There were no over-the-top displays, just the quiet assurance of two people comfortable in each other's company. Aniston, known for her radiant smile that can light up a room, seemed even more luminous, her laughter genuine and frequent as Curtis whispered something amusing in her ear. He, in turn, exuded a calm steadiness, fielding compliments on his latest work with humility while crediting Aniston's influence on his evolving perspective. It's this balance, her effervescence tempered by his thoughtfulness, that hints at the longevity of their pairing. In an industry rife with transient connections, where red carpet debuts often precede swift fade-outs, their debut feels like the opening act of a longer play. Reflecting on Aniston's history with public romance, this moment carries extra weight. She's navigated breakups with dignity, always emerging with lessons that fuel her advocacy for mental health and self-care. Curtis appears to align with this evolved outlook, prioritizing privacy while honoring the joy of shared experiences. Insiders suggest their courtship has included quiet evenings at Aniston's beloved Los Angeles home, where they cook together, her whipping up Greek-inspired dishes from her heritage, him experimenting with fusion flavors, or lose themselves in classic film marathons that spark endless analysis. These rituals, simple yet profound, underscore a philosophy Aniston has championed, that love flourishes in the margins, away from the main stage.